we end up being on earth today. And also, as we know that God actually curses with the curse of death, that we are going to die because of what happened at the time. That's one thing I wanted to say about Adam. And second thing is I wanted to tell you a story about Abraham as well, which he was a believer of God. He does everything with mentioning the name of the Lord. He believed that God has everything, even he created him. He still has his soul, he has his power, and he can change everything on him. When God told Abraham to take his son, his only son, and his only loved son, to kill him as a sacrifice for him, Abraham did not say no. He didn't even feel, he didn't feel sorry about what God told him, because you can't take the best thing that you love in your life and give it to God. But he says, well, if God said that, and he chose only my son to become his sacrifice, I will do that. Abraham took his son, and he was going to give him as sacrifice to God. But God was actually only trying to check his ability and his believing. And he gave him something else to do as a sacrifice rather than taking his son. God believed that Abraham loved him that time, and Abraham believed in him so much. These are the two things. The third thing, which is the last thing I want to say, is when God sent Moses, I know in our understanding that everything, to become president today, you can't elect at 25 years old or at 30 years old to become president of the country, because it's not mature enough. At least it's supposed to be at 40 or 45 or 50 years to become president of the country, because he's mature enough, he understands what's happening, and understands the needs of the people, and he can actually try to do the best he can to give them what they need. When God chose Moses to go and bring his own people from the land of Egypt, I think God has chosen him when he was almost about 40 or 45 years to go and bring his own people to the promising land. The reason why God chose him at that time is because he was living in the same situation, and he believed that Moses would be the only person who could go and bring his people out from Egypt. Moses was scared, was full of fear to go and confront the people of Egypt. We know the kings of Egypt at the time, he has a lot of powers, and he can do things that no one can be able to do. He has a lot of workers, and he has things that he can actually manage and determine what not to. Moses believed in God, and he actually took the word of God, and he went to Egypt and confessed and faced the king of Egypt by telling him that I wanted to take my people out of here and take them to the promised land. The last thing in this last story is when the people came out of Egypt, they couldn't believe that God could do miracles. They came all the way down to the White Sea. And when they saw the sea, they believed that it's very hard for them to cross the sea. Because as we know, if you don't know how to swim, you can't cross the sea. I don't think even if you know how to swim, you can cross the sea. But God, with his own power, he opened the sea until the bait of the sea was given a cure. And he took them across. And he was standing up there for them until they crossed to the other side of the sea. Why did God do that? Because God had a feeling that every mankind in this world was created by him. And he believed that every one of us has the ability to live in this world and do something. So I wanted to encourage you today by believing that being here in the church every Sunday is not because you want to come here and have fun and say hello to everybody. It's because you believe that God is a living mankind, and he created us, and he didn't create us for nothing, but he created us for the world, and he believed that he was going to take us to a better place one day in our lives. And the reason why we come here today is because we know that the promise of God will never change, and no matter what, one day that promise will be fulfilled. So I wanted to invite you to always believe in God, be in the church every Sunday, and follow him, and I'm pretty sure that God will fulfill your destiny one day. Thank you very much.